so afraid to put yourself out there, to be your most raw, authentic self, even the messy part of you. You just don't even want to. I know somebody who just recently got a mic for her camera, and she's been very reluctant to show mini vlogs on her Instagram. And nagulat siya na nung ginawa niya yung vlog, Heidi, ikaw yun, ang laki bigla, 2 million yung views or something. So, you know, you have to put yourself out there. But putting yourself out there, meaning to say, isn't just the first step. You have to understand na may kapalit lahat ng bagay. But what would you rather be? Stay at home, not do anything, not make a living, or not go for your dreams, or put yourself out there, sometimes be black and blue because you're just really out there showing what you do? Are you happy that way, or are you happy wala, nakatulala ka lang sa bahay, di ba? So that's something that I want them to learn, that you risk yourself, there are pros and cons, but there's nothing more liberating and the feeling of like you've lived your life than really truly going for your dreams. Harangin ka man ng sibat, gagawin mo at mararating mo.
That's true. So like, the price you pay is worth it, no?
Yes.
Yes. With a heavy sigh, yes.
Yes.
Okay, now this is coming from Mr. Nickie, Wang of Manila Standard. So the question is, you've stayed visibly committed to your creative passions despite external noise. What personal mindset or habits help you refocus on what truly matters to you? I guess especially now that you have
Yes.
cameras more on you.
I feel like, it's a good question. What really matters to me is truly, kasi siguro lumaki ka sa show business, so parang gusto mo, kailangan bumenta ka, kailangan mahalin ka ng tao. Mahal mo ba sarili mo? How important is your dream for yourself, for your goals? And so siguro yung para sa akin, what truly matters and what kept me afloat is that, pangarap ko to wala naman akong inaapakan harangin man ako sibat. Parang kumbaga sa, pag meron kang tatakayin na landas, maraming mga obstacles, pero gusto mo ba yun? Kung gusto mo yun, gawin mo kung anong kailangan mong gawin. Do not think about anybody. Like literally, you have to be selfish. Basta malinis ang puso mo, mararating mo yun. And if people were to understand that I have a dream, not just for myself, but for my goals and purpose, and only God knows what that is. So, I am divinely protected, and when somebody is divinely protected, which we all are, you will reach your dreams no matter what. And you will see in the end, talagang mararating mo yun. So siguro yun yung sa akin. You just have to put yourself out there.
Very beautiful. Okay, now,
Pero bugbog
medyo intense din yung next question. So when public distractions,
Yes.
meron naman talaga lang,
Yes.
diba? Get intense. How do you protect your creativity? Being that especially part ka din ng show, co-producing it, how do you keep your creativity and keep your enthusiasm for fashion, art, and storytelling intact?
That's very hard because my mom would always tell me in Spanish, ano sinasabi mo sa usa to cabeza antes de corazón. What does that mean, Mom? Use your head before your heart. I'm the opposite. I use my heart before my head, which is to a fault sometimes. And regarding the creative side, I remember the other day, I felt so tired. Para akong dagay paikot-ikot sa rat wheel, na parang feeling ko, takbo ka ng katapo, may mararating ba ako? O hanggang dito lang ako. Na pagod ka because I'm so fueled by love, passion, and sometimes when people cannot, when people cannot, kumbaga nag-painting ka, di na maintindihan talaga yung painting mo, parang nawawalan ka ng creativity and ng gusto to do something. But then again, it's my personal release. So I guess yun siguro what keeps me inspired is, I am living once, I need to let my heart out, and whoever likes it will like it, and whoever doesn't. Basta nagawa ko yung part ko, and that's when the creativity really overflows. And in the end, may not be now, maybe, mabilis na ang buhay, maybe one day, people will see what you've done, and that's when they appreciate it. At least, I did something I loved, and maybe a few will love it too, once this life is done. You never know.
Thank you so much. So that's it. Thank you so much, Sir Nickie, as well for your questions. Those are very moving questions. I really love those. But now let's have, from TikTok Philippines, Mr. Neil Serrano. He asks, how do you stay grounded despite achieving global fame? Oo nga naman.
How do you stay grounded? Because I'm aware that we're dime a dozen. Diba? I'm aware na kaya kang palitan anytime. May shelf life yung mga itsura namin, diba? At a very young age, I started 14, 13. I knew that ang dami namin. And hindi lagi na sa'yo nakasindi. Kumbaga, the sun isn't always going to be shining for you and you alone. And you have to understand that because you have to share that with other people. You cannot be selfish. And I'm very self-aware. And again, it can disappear literally in one day. One wrong gossip, it's gone. And I think that has always kept me grounded. And that's why I like to give not just my 100%, blood, sweat, and tears ang binibigay ko. Kasi mapapalitin ka naman eh. Again, you talk about the world lifespan. The appreciation will not come when you're living. Sometimes appreciation comes after you're long gone. And I feel that in a way is you leaving an imprint in the world. And that's the goal. The goal is not now achieve everything, glorify yourself. No, the goal is sana maalala nila ako one day. Yun lang naman yung gusto ko. But if not, at least yung mga anak-anak ng mga nakatrabaho ko o yung mga kasama ko sa journey to to, yung team ko, we were able to be rock stars and do what we love. And I guess that's enough.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Heart. But now, this is a this is a rather intriguing question. What's the most common misconception of people about you?
Maarte naman talaga ako. What? Naartehan talaga sila sa akin. Maarte, no? Yun yung first. When you Google it, she's maarte. I confirm I am. But, I don't think meron naman ako nasaktan sa pagka-arte ko. Hindi naman ako nag-iinante. Mom, am I right?
Yes.
Hindi naman yung nanay ko. But I feel the common misconception is why does she dress up so much? For what? For ganyan. Iba-iba tayo kasi ng paraan para makakope ng mga struggles natin. I was always very open about feeling like a lemon or I was a factory reject of some sort na hindi lang ako wired perfectly and I have a lot of things running in my mind and to dress up, to express myself with arts and fashion is my way of protecting myself. And it keeps me waking up in the morning. So, yun siguro yung bakit naiisip nila na maarte ako. Pero other than that, parang wala naman, yun lang talaga yung pinaka-huma-highlight na maarte siya. Tama naman din sila.
Na hindi naman nag-i-inart.
Pero may narating ang ka-artehan ko, so yun ang importante. Ginawa ko siyang kabuhayan showbiz.
Yes.
You gotta be smart at the end of the day.
We love that, we love that. Okay, so maarte, pero hindi nag-i-inarte. Okay, that is from Mr. Neil Serrano of TikTok Philippines. Now let's move to Miss Kat Lemon of philstar.com. So how was your first Paris Fashion Week experience with your momager, Cecilia Ongcalco? Was it really the first time she joined you in attending shows?
Actually, because nag-away kami around 21 years old na po. So we never really got to travel, really travel ever since. We did Japan trips but for 3 days, but to be together for over 2 weeks, ang saya niyang kasama and I truly missed having her around. Hirap na hirap siya kasi actually first day pa lang, umiyak siya. Kasi hindi siya, kasi nauulanan daw ako. Tapos medyo -4, tapos syempre kailangan mong umawala sa photographer. So naiinis siya, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to ganyan? Dami yung questions. And then, but you know, we both enjoyed because sa kanya ko naman din natutunan yung kaartehan ko, dressing up and all of that. It was her first time to join me in that trip. It's a working trip, so dati nakikita niya ako sa Subic, nagda-dating. Ngayon nakita niya ako doon na nag-content creation, attending shows, and she really enjoyed. Pero by 6 p.m., laglag na siya. Talagang ano na siya. Maya-maya isa lang holding hands niya, maya-maya tatlo na yung holding hands niya. Sabi, hindi ko na kaya magtakong. Ganyan. But she enjoyed. It's so funny and refreshing to watch.
But okay, with that, I also want to hear a little bit of stories naman from CPO herself. So we have a mic over there. Can you share us a
Gusto mo
little
umupo
bit?
dito, ma'am? Umupo ka na kaya dito. Sige na, ang ganda na ng suot mo today. Wala ka nang Wala ka nang magagawa. Naipasok mo na. Nako, kung di malalaman nila na ilang taon ka na talaga. May step, mama. Baka maano. Pag nahulog, ICU agad.
Wag naman. We speak against. Okay.
Okay.
Very privileged to have Heart as your personal stylist. But yeah, we want to hear.
Smile ka lang, nakakakit dito.
We want to hear your stories from Paris Fashion Week. How was it? How was the experience joining her? Dati Subic lang, ngayon Paris na for 2 weeks.
It was so much fun for me because it's the first time I saw her in her element in Paris at that, and I appreciated all the hard work, the passion. I mean, she was never ending, in motion. She was forever in motion. She wakes up at 3, 4 a.m. and goes all day long just fixing her outfits, her accessories, content, this and that. I mean, always creative. Made me so proud to watch her in action.
And it must be a proud moment also, Heart, to have your mom there with you. Emotional support as well.
Sobra talaga. And whenever I'd feel down, I'd feel like, parang, is it too much? Kulang ba? Even if I'm like really burning myself, kulang ba? She's like, huh? Her words are wisdom,
Yes.
are like from the books. Like, one day maybe I'll do a compilation of lahat ng mga kanyang words of wisdom.
We're glad to hear a little bit of that in Heart World. Anything you want to
I
add?
just didn't realize how much she puts into her craft. She just loves it and gives it more than her all. Made me so proud.
And she's very hard to please, ha?
Actually.
Actually.
But that is true, it is a craft. And I think a lot more people need to recognize that going to Fashion Week is more than just going. It is a craft that takes so much work, like you
I
said.
thought pa-cute-cute lang siya, pa-post-post. No. It was way different. Kaya naiyak ako. Because I saw her, she was so tired and still. She was still going. Endless. And for me, that was so beautiful.
Thank you so much, CPO. That is such a beautiful opportunity to have them together for 2 weeks. Ayaw na niya mag-stay doon. She wants to leave na. Okay, well, thank you for joining us right here on stage. Our first special guest. But okay, another question from Kat. How was it meeting Colombian beauty queen Adriana Gutierrez? Are we expecting a possible collaboration between the two of you?
Actually, hindi ko in-expect na siya pala yun. Kasi usually, we're surrounded by cameras and beautiful people. They're all so beautiful. And I only realized when she tagged me, because parang we were like talking about some show and then said you should attend. Tapos I think that particular show, hindi siya naka-attend. So I gave her my PR and my stuff. And then she's like, oh my God, yan, chika-chika. And then she tagged me, tapos na-realize ko, ay, siya yun. She was really nice. And she was speaking in Spanish, so I speak a little bit Spanish. So natuwa siya na nagsa-Spanish ako, and then I explained na may mat Espanyol, ganyan. So natuwa siya, so chika-chika kami. And then na-realize ko, superstar pala siya. Tapos, lumalakad siya she also does the runway.
Yes.
And I was super starstruck after, so it was nice.
It was nice. But can we expect a possible collaboration between the two of you?
Parang,
Or
kung
what?
nakaupo kami, pwede. Hindi pwedeng tumayo.
Hindi ba rin side by side?
Yes.
Okay.
Walang problema.
Thank you so much. Wow, that is exciting. But siguro, you talked about Fashion Week already, but what would you say to those that are curious about your Fashion Week attendance this year?
This year, it was the same like the others. I just felt that I had time to rest, so I really probably needed that rest, even if really reject ko yung rest. that I'm just very grateful that I am given this opportunity, and I hope everybody is given this opportunity. So if there's anybody watching that wants to do what I do, just go for it. Um, uh, it's an open party for everybody to come and to create your story, to tell your story, I mean to say. So yeah, it was very special for me. I'm just very grateful that I get to do what I'm doing. I stand here in front of you, a lot familiar faces who I've known since I was a teenager, and after 28 years, I still get to do what I love so much. So I'm just very, very grateful.
Would you say this year you entered into more of a calm state in terms of attending Fashion Week compared to the previous ones?
Yes, because I had nothing to lose, I feel like. Sometimes, you go through a lot in your life and you feel like you've lost everything. So the only way to create a new story or to go for your dreams is to risk it all and not care about everybody and what people say, and just again focus on your dream and your purpose in life. So nothing to lose, so go for it.
Love that. Okay, but now let's move from Fashion Week. It is part of Heart World, but I know that you're also showing other sides of your journey here for season 2. So, Mr. Jezreel Eli of TikTok Philippines asks, was there a moment sa show na napaisip kang, should I really show this on camera?
Yes, yun yung pinag-uusapan namin nung last. Yun yung pinag-iisipan pa namin because it's a super delicate situation that we were faced, and I don't know how to show it. I don't know the laws in that country. So we still don't know how. And also, to be honest with you, I think we're all going through it, and we need to go to therapy sa sobrang stress na nangyari sa amin dun sa isang ganap. So that's something that we're still considering. But eventually, I'll probably talk about it when medyo naka-recover na kami ng mommy ko at ni Isa.
So it's still in the works if it will be in season 2.
It will be, pero I don't know how. Paano?
Yeah. So it's not yet, I guess, like a one complete story.
Yes, kasi
Okay.
medyo grabe siya.
Okay, sige.
Oo.
That is something to
Nangangati na nga ako.
Oo.
Beyond your expectation talaga namin
yeah.
lahat.
Grabe, nakaka-intrigue naman. But, okay, maybe not that specific thing that you're talking about, but another question is, what's the most unfiltered part of Heart World?
I guess it would be showing my mom. There's going to be a sit-down interview where we discuss bakit hindi nga niya nagustuhan yung ex-boyfriend ko, mga ganyan. Head-to-head kami doon. So lahat ng mga, kung ka-generation nyo kami, sasagutin niya lahat ng mga tanong na yon, ang reasoning niya, and really just the awakening of a daughter that I know those na talagang malapit sa mga ina nila, malalaman nyo na as you get older, I am her and she is me. And so that for me is very interesting because I feel like a lot can relate dun sa relationship ng mother-daughter. And we had the best, and then this is even more than the best.
Okay, that is something to look out for.
So she's very private. Ngayon lang siya.
Exactly.
Kumbaga, this is her saving me. This is her being my comfort blanket. I will not be able to do what I'm doing if she's not with me.
Yes.
So that's why she's the revelation.
Oh, we're excited for that revelation. A lot of people were already cheering, especially about that part.
Yes.
But okay, now, since Heart World, of course, will be shown on TV, Mr. Junardo of Marites University asks, what made you decide to make a TV comeback in a reality format at that?
Because kahit miss na miss ko mag-soap, hindi namin masiksik yung soap sa schedule. So bilang parang soap opera naman din yung buhay ko, di gawin na nating soap yung buhay ko. And ang daming plot twists. My God, I didn't expect that. So we decided to again have this reality show, and it's kind of like of course sila June, sila Gutierrez has had the reality show, but in GMA it is our first, so it's very interesting at iba naman din. So we are all very excited.
Wow. And of course, what more than your life na going soap, diba? To make a reality show out of. But, okay, now let's have Mr. Jacob Manangan of TikTok Philippines. Ang tanong naman niya is, gaano ka ka-hands-on sa process ng season 2? Mas na-enjoy mo ba gumawa ng reality show?